Let me know if you can hear me all right. I think we should be good. Let me go ahead and grab our other friends here. Hello, hello, everybody on TikTok. Hello, hello. Let me grab Instagram real quick. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Tagalog Thursday. Let me know if you can hear me all right. And you can do that by telling me where you are currently watching from. Tell me maybe how old you are. Tell me why you want to learn Tagalog. Let me know if you can hear me. Hello, hello, everybody. I'm so happy to be here with you today. Yes, okay. It sounds like everyone can hear me, or it seems like it. Okay. Hello, hello, everybody. Oh, Wild Goldine is from New York. Heart of Gold is from Ontario. Ronnie is from Las Vegas. Hello, hello. How about over here on TikTok? Tenny Ola. Hello, hello. Savage Beast is from Ohio. Hi. Yes. Welcome, welcome, everyone. TikTok, can you hear me all right? Or are you just saying hello? Let me know where you are watching from. I'm over here in North Carolina. It's on the east coast of the United States. It is about 8:46 now at night. What time is it over there where you are? How was your day? What did you do today? Kumusta yung araw mo? How was your day? Kumusta yung araw mo? My day was all right. It was kind of busy. I watched the kids all day. While Goldie said, naririnig ako. Close. You said, you hear me or I am heard. So if you want to say, I can hear you, it would be, naririnig kita. I hear you, naririnig kita. Very good, very good. Close there. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get started. Today, we're going to be learning or reviewing, depending on if you already know them, some Tagalog verbs. So earlier today, I asked you what you want to do. What do you want to learn today? And I got a number of messages saying that you want to learn or review Tagalog verbs or verb conjugation. And hands down, verbs and verb conjugation is the hardest part of learning a language, right? I know from uh, learning French in school, conjugating verbs was always the most challenging, especially when you are trying to speak it. That was what tripped me up the most, like oral practice and trying to conjugate the verbs on the spot. That really made me nervous. So tonight we will actually learn common Tagalog verbs and learn the conjugations in the past, present, and future tense. And we're the best way I know how to do that is by using these Tagalog verb flashcards that I made for you a while ago. And I love these flashcards. This isn't a promo, although it is, but I think this is the best way for us to review them. I love these verb flashcards because they have the Tagalog verb on them with a picture, and on the back is the conjugation in the present, past, and future tenses. Oh, TikTok, is it backwards for you again? It always is. Let me flip that around. There, that should help. Is that okay? Yeah, that should be better. So again, we will be using these verb flashcards. They are on my Stand store as a digital download. When you download them, they will come out in one page like this. And depending on how you like to study, you can keep it on one page and just keep it like in a binder or in a folder, and you can just have all the information on one page. If you want to use it to review, maybe you could fold it and then test yourself and then check it by unfolding. Or you can cut them out, cut and paste like front and back, and use them as actual flashcards. Flashcards are so great because they are like on the go. You can easily use them. You can keep them in your purse, in your bag, and just review as you need. So again, we will be using our Tagalog verb flashcards. And I think someone asked, so someone said, can mine come already laminated? So I looked into that, like having them actually printed out and everything like that, and it would have cost a lot. So I think just by keeping it like cheap for everyone, they are just a digital download. But they are 50% off tonight. All of my digital downloads are 50% off just as a thank you from me to you. Uh on my stand store, so all of the digital downloads like these Tagalog for flashcards, also my kids Filipino resource bundle pack, that is 50% off. And then all of the uh, resource slides that go with my full length Tagalog lesson videos, all of that is 50% off on my stand store tonight. Just use the discount code ADOBO, lowercase a. ADOBO, lowercase first letter A. ADOBO. Adobo. So adobo is one of the most popular, if not the most popular Filipino dish out there. I'll actually be posting a video about that tomorrow. So yes, that is the discount code tonight. Adobo, all of my digital downloads are 50% off for the next 24 hours. And if you were lucky enough to have noticed, all of my downloads were 50% off the whole week this past week because I forgot to turn off the discount code from last Thursday. So it's going to be another 50% off for the next 24 hours. I promise I'm going to turn off the discount code after 24 hours. So yes. Yes, Wild Goldine on Instagram wrote it up there. Oh, yes. Ate on TikTok said sinigang is better. I personally love sinigang. Sinigang is my favorite uh Filipino dish. But yes, okay, so we're going to be using our Tagalog verb flashcards. I do want to show you what the other digital downloads look like. So if you're buying the kids bundle, these are the kids vocab flashcards. So there's like over 200, I think like 225 uh, vocab flashcards, and they come with colorful pictures. And it's very simple. It's just the Tagalog word and the English word there. You are welcome to cut them out or keep them on one page like this. And this is just one page. There's many pages. Also in the Kids Filipino Resource Pack are the Tagalog trivia questions or trivia cards. We used these last week during our Tagalog Thursday. Remember, we did a trivia night. So I love these. I love these trivia cards because they go over like national symbols, they go over history of the Philippines, geography, everything like that. And then the last thing that's part of the Kids Filipino bundle is the Tagalog Time Filipino workbook for kids. I'm so happy I finally printed it out. I've been mentioning it the last few Tagalog Thursdays, but here it is, the Tagalog Time Filipino workbook for kids. There's 30 kids work pages or like activity pages that go over Tagalog vocabulary words. There's some coloring in there. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. If I was a kid, I would love doing it. I would love doing it now. But really a lot of my followers, they say like they homeschool their kids or they use my videos as a supplement for their classroom. So I would suggest getting this Filipino Kids bundle, printing it out, and then just make copies for your students or for your child. It's so much fun, so fun, so fun. So go ahead and do that. At the very end of this Tagalog Filipino workbook is actually okay, at the very end is a little bio about myself. But the page before that is this fun reflection page. I loved adding this because it kind of just goes over, it asks your child or the student, what or why do you want to learn Tagalog? Is it because your parents are making you? Or is it because you're just very interested? Also, why do you love being Filipino? And then the last thing, what is your favorite Tagalog word or phrase? So after they have done this whole workbook, they can kind of reflect on everything they learned and about their kind of Filipino identity. Isn't that so fun? I want you to write it in the comments. Why are you learning Tagalog? Also, why do you love being Filipino? And then what is your favorite Tagalog word or phrase? For me, if I were to answer, why do I want to learn Tagalog? Well, I already know it. So I'll answer the question, why do I like teaching Tagalog? I like teaching Tagalog because I like seeing people make the connection in their minds. Like, oh, I've heard this many times growing up. Now it's making more sense how to produce it myself, how to use it in a conversation myself. I also like teaching Tagalog because I have realized there are so many different kinds of people in my audience. First, like when I first started making this channel, like my main purpose was for the kids of those who want back up, back up. I wanted to make Tagalog lesson videos for kids, right? So that they could learn Tagalog. But then I realized their parents may be the ones who want to learn Tagalog. So I broadened it to adults. And then now I'm realizing there are like people who want to learn it for their spouse or their girlfriend or their spouse's families. But then also there are parents who have adopted kids from the Philippines. So they don't have a lot of knowledge about the Filipino culture. They didn't grow up with it and things like that. So they are really learning for their children. Or some people are learning it for work. So many different reasons. Okay, I can go on and on. Let me read some of these comments. Regina on Instagram says, I am learning for my new boyfriend. He is Filipino and we started dating a month ago, but I want to get closer to him and his family. Ah, nakakakilig, Regina. Nakakakilig. Nakakakilig means, oh, it's so romantic. It's making me so giddy. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Major Home said, my favorite Tagalog word is sobrang matamis. Sobrang matamis means very sweet. It's so sweet. Yes, yes. Let's see over here on Instagram or TikTok. Ate says Tagalog is very hard because there are so many different ways to formulate sentences. Very true. Very true. Yes. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with our lesson. Again, just briefly, if you just jumped in, we will be learning or reviewing, depending on if you already know them. We are learning Tagalog verbs and verb conjugation, and we will be doing that using the Tagalog time verb flashcards, which are 50% off on my stand store if you use the discount code ADOBO with a lowercase a. Let me grab a tissue. Hang on one moment. Hang on. Okay, here we go. How do you say to walk in Tagalog? How do you say to walk in Tagalog? To walk is, yes, you got it. Maglakad. Maglakad. So to walk in Tagalog is maglakad. Now, to use it in a sentence, you would say, naglalakad ako. I am walking. Naglalakad ako. That is present tense. Naglalakad ako. Okay? In the past tense, naglakad ako. Naglakad ako. Okay? And then future tense, maglalakad ako. How are you gonna get there, Pat? Oh, maglalakad ako. Maglalakad ako. Command, as a command, if you want to tell someone to walk, you would say, maglakad ka. Maglakad ka. Go walk. I know you have a lot of questions if you don't know how to conjugate these verbs. So let's break it down, okay? So someone asked, what does nag mean? So let's take a look at present tense. In the present tense, it's naglalakad ako. Naglalakad ako. So we went from the word maglakad, but in the future tense, or I'm sorry, in the present tense, it's naglalakad ako. Nag is the prefix that is used when conjugating a mag verb in the present tense. Okay, so the mag becomes nag. Naglalakad ako. technically the pattern here is nag plus the repeated first syllable, la, and then the root word lakad. Naglalakad ako. Okay? Naglalakad ako. What are you doing? Naglalakad ako. That is the general sentence structure when you're using verbs in Tagalog. It's a verb and then the pronoun. Naglalakad ako. Okay? Yes. Chloe on Instagram said, past tense is naglakad ako. I walked. There are there are a lot of different conjugations depending on whether it's a regular mud verb or kind of different or object focused or subject focused. But for our purposes, let's keep it simple and just remember that if you want to say it in the present tense, it's naglalakad ako. I am walking. David Jr., thank you so much. That was very kind of you. Said you have a great sense of speaking to people in front of the camera, but you would be great doing commercials on TV. Alrighty, let's keep going. How do you say to brush your hair? To brush your hair in Tagalog. How would you say that? Yes. Very good. I'm seeing it. Yes. So, very good. So, to brush your hair in Tagalog is magsuklay. Magsuklay. Interesting because the root word suklay is comb. So that's the noun word meaning comb. Like nasaan ang suklay? Where is the comb? And comb and brush are kind of interchangeable in the Philippines. Usually they just use a comb, so suklay is comb. But yes, so magsuklay means to brush your hair. In the present tense, it's nagsusuklay ako. Nagsusuklay ako. Again, there is that pattern. Nag is the prefix. Su is the repeated first syllable. Suklay is the root. So, nagsusuklay ako. What are you doing? Nagsusuklay ako. Thank you so much for the gift, Chacha, on TikTok. Maraming salamat. Yes. Oh, yes. So Doug said, I thought brush is brush in Tagalog. It probably is. Taglish is very much used in Tagalog, like using English and Tagalog together, because there is no word for brush in Tagalog. Usually they just use suklay, which means home. But yes, for the most part, you could also just say brush. Nagbabrush ako. Oh, yes. Jojo said, do we have to repeat the first two letters? You repeat the first syllable, which is usually the first two letters. Yes, that is the pattern for these mag verbs. Nag plus a repeated first syllable plus the root. Nagsusuklay ako. Okay? Red Mango on YouTube said, kailangan kong magsuklay ng buhok ko. That is a very long way to say, I need to brush my hair. Kailangan kong magsuklay ng buhok ko. Yes. So, as we go through these verbs and the conjugations, I don't want you to get too tripped up over the grammar, okay? Especially if these conjugation patterns are new to you. I don't want you to get too uh, overwhelmed. Okay. What I do want you to pick up on is the root of the word. Okay. So we just learned maglakad and we just learned magsuklay. Now, if you are listening to someone speak Tagalog and you hear someone say, oh, naglalakad siya sa labas. Naglalakad siya sa labas. I want you now to be able to recognize that root word lakad, and you're like, "Wait, I know that word, walk." So someone is walking, he or she is walking. Now you just have to use the context clues to figure out what that person said. Okay? So I don't want you to get too tripped up over the grammar rules or the conjugation patterns, but use this time to really pick up on vocabulary, pick up on these root words so that when you hear them later on, you will kind of pick it out of your brain. You'll say, "Wait, I heard this before. I think I know what it is," and kind of go from there. Okay. Because conjugating verbs is kind of tough, especially if it's your first time hearing it. I do have full length Tagalog lesson videos on my YouTube channel that go through all of the conjugation patterns with lots and lots of practice. So go ahead and go to my YouTube channel after this and watch the conjugation videos. I think it's lesson 3 and 4, how to conjugate in the present and then past and future tense. And remember, the digital download for those slides is 50% off on my Stan store if you use the discount code adobo. Okay, let's keep going. How do you say to talk to in Tagalog? This is going to be kind of tricky because there are different ways to say this or different words for to speak, to talk to. So I want to see what you come up with. How do you say to talk to in Tagalog? Yes! Flip X U. Yes, you got it. You got the right one. Mag-usap. Mag-usap. Yes, Robert, you on Instagram, you got the other one that it could be. Magsalita. So I was looking for mag-usap. That means to talk to someone. Or people are talking to each other, nag-uusap sila. But you might also hear the word magsalita. That one kind of translates to say, like to say something or to speak. So there are different ways to say, like even in English, to talk, to speak with, to talk to. So just for our purpose for this card, to talk to someone is mag-usap. Now, in the present tense, take a look at this. I changed the pronoun a little bit. Nag-uusap kami. We are talking. Nag-uusap kami. For example, if my son is interrupting me and my husband, I would say, "Wait, wait, wait. Nag-uusap kami. We are talking. Nag-uusap kami." Okay? Nag-uusap kami. Do you see that pattern again? Nag-uusap kami. Nag-uusap kami. Okay, so there's that nag prefix, then a repeated first syllable, and then the root word. Nag-uusap kami. Okay? Chloe on Instagram said, napakalaki ang singsing mo. Napakalaki ang singsing mo. They said, your ring is so big. Nakakatawa ka. Oh, yes, very good, very good. Luke on Instagram said, sabihin kami. Sabihin kami does not make sense. Very close. I see what you're trying to do there. So again, sabi means to say. So if you wanted to say like, it would be better to say like, sabihin mo. Say it. Sabihin mo. Say it. Sabihin kami doesn't really make sense. Grammatically, it doesn't mean anything. But yes. Okay. So someone asked, what if you change the pronoun and say tayo? Tayo. So, nag-uusap kami means we are talking. Nag-uusap tayo means we are talking. This is the fun thing about Tagalog. There are two different forms of we. So there's we inclusive, you and me, everyone is inclusive, or included, or there's we exclusive. Nag-uusap kami, me and someone else. You're not included, I'm just telling you. So nag-uusap kami means me and my husband Chris, we are talking. You're not included, just me and him. I'm telling you that we are talking. Versus you, me, and the rest of the class, we are all talking. Nag-uusap tayo. Nag-uusap tayo. Okay? Very interesting there. Okay, and then just briefly, we can go over the past and future tense. In the past tense, it's nag-usap kami. Nag-usap kami. In the future tense, mag-uusap kami. We will talk. So it's like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll ask her when I see her tomorrow. Mag-uusap kami. We will talk to each other. And then as a command, you could say, mag-usap tayo. Let's talk. Mag-usap tayo. That one is a good one to say if you want to scare someone. It's kind of intimidating when someone says, mag-usap tayo. It's almost like, oh no, what did I do? Did I do something? It's almost like saying, we have to talk. It's like there's that unknown there. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? What's going on? Yes. Alrighty. Toka says, "Can you please say hi to me? Hello, hello. Thank you for watching." Okay, let's find another one here. Ooh, how do you say to count in Tagalog? To count in Tagalog. Oh, interesting. Let me see. Sweet Ann on TikTok asked, "Are these the same on Google Translate?" I don't use Google Translate a lot, but I have tried it before just to see what pops up, and I don't think it's correct all the time because there have been times where I've just been curious. Like I've typed in like what would my followers see if they typed in this phrase in Google? Would Google give them the right translation? And there have been times when it's not correct. It's either too formal, so it's like not what is usually said in common conversation, or uh, it's just not quite like grammatically correct. But yes. So yes, to count in Tagalog is oh, Chacha said Chat GPT is probably better. I've used that before too. Same idea. I think it might be a little bit better than Google Translate, but again, it gave the really formal answer. So it's not wrong. It's just really formal. Like if you were to say something, and it's not always the case. I'm sure ChatGPT also has some casual things, but just a couple times when I've looked at it or like checked whatever ChatGPT would say, it was really formal. Like it would really give away that you are learning Tagalog. But it's worth a try. It's not wrong. It's just not common either. Okay, so to count in Tagalog is magbilang. Magbilang. So if I say magbilang tayo, let's count. Magbilang tayo. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, sampo. Magbilang tayo. So that means to count. If you want to say it in the present tense, it's nagbibilang ako. Nagbibilang ako. I am counting. Nagbibilang ako. In the past tense, nagbilang ako. Future tense, magbibilang ako. And then the command, magbilang ka. Count. Magbilang ka. Let's see. Toka over here says, "Can you teach me how to say hate?" What is, I don't really think there is a word. If you are a native Tagalog speaker, write it in the comments. How would you say hate? Like, there are different things you could say, like, if you really, really hate someone, or like if you even just want to say you don't like someone, it would be hindi kita gusto. I don't like you. Hindi kita gusto. Oh yes, Red Mango said, ayaw ko sa'yo. I don't like you. Ayaw ko sa'yo. I feel like I'm a child saying that. Like if I'm playing with my friend and they did something mean and I say, ayaw ko sa'yo. Uh, David Jr. said bastos. Bastos is like rude. That's something you could say. No Gamble said che. Che is just an expression that means like it's just like a whatever or like a shoe. Yes. So Robert or Roberto, Robot Beto on TikTok said, just say the opposite of I love you. So instead of mahal kita, the opposite would be hindi kita mahal, which just literally means I do not love you. Mike said, kulit mo. Ang kulit mo. So you are annoying. So yeah, there is not quite a word for like hate. The only thing I can think of is like what is that word? Ikinamumuhi kita or so like I don't even say it. I don't even know if I'm saying it right because I don't say it so often. But yes, it's just one of those things you would say like I don't like you. Hindi kita gusto, ayaw ko sa'yo, or something like that. Okay, let's see what else. What else? How would you say to ask in Tagalog? How would you say to ask in Tagalog? To ask in Tagalog is yes, Red Mango. Kinamumuhi is hate. Kinamumuhi kita. See, I don't even say it enough to say it correctly. How do you say to ask? Yes, yes. Oh, Lex said, "What cards are these?" These are the Tagalog Time verb flashcards that you can buy on my Stan store. When you buy it from the Stan store, it comes out as a digital download like this. And then you are welcome to cut them out, laminate them, or you can keep them on one page like this. If it's easier for you to study, you can even fold it and then unfold as you're reviewing. But everything on my Stan store, all of the digital downloads are 50% off if you type in the discount code adobo for the next 24 hours. Okay, magtanong is to ask. Oh, Robert said, where's the store? There's a link to my Stan store in my bio. Stan.store/Tagalog Time. So look for my Stan store. So magtanong means to ask. This one is a good phrase to know if you want to tell someone, hey, go ask, go ask. You would say, magtanong ka, magtanong ka, go ask. Okay, so maybe if you are driving and you get lost and you tell your like husband or your wife, be like, hey, magtanong ka, ask them where we're supposed to go. Magtanong ka. Okay? Yes, very good, very good. Yes. Cha-cha, it's adobo. 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 Adobo, all lowercase. Yes. Okay, let's keep going. How would you say? Oh, that one's a little too similar. I'll just show it to you. Magsalita. Remember, previously we learned the word mag-usap, which means to talk to someone, mag-usap. But if you want to just say to speak, it's magsalita. Remember, we briefly touched on that. David Jr. said, what is the price? So usually it's 19.99 for the 100 Tagalog verb flashcards, but since it's 50% off, it's $10. So go run, get it right now with the discount code adobo on my stand store. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, this one is a good one. How would you say to wash the dishes or to wash like your hands, to wash anything? It would be under this verb. How would you say to wash dot dot dot? To wash. AJ said, "Do you listen to SB19?" No, I don't. I should though. Yes, exactly right. Refer to me as ASG and Red Mango. Yes. Abby is in the trap. Yes, exactly. And Gabautista, maghugas. Maghugas. I heard this way too much as a kid. Maghugas ka. Go wash the dishes. Maghugas ka. Was anyone else told that? Maghugas ka. Go wash the dishes. But so technically, if you want to say wash the dishes, it would be maghugas ka ng plato or maghugas ka ng pinggan. Maghugas ka ng blank. If you want to say like wash your hands, it would be maghugas ka ng kamay. Wash your hands. Maghugas ka ng kamay. Okay? Chloe said, hugasin mo ang pinggan. Yes. So, maghugas is one of those verbs that can be object focused or actor focused. If it's focusing on the person, on the subject, it would be maghugas ka. But if it's focusing on the object, like the dishes, it would be hugasin mo ang pinggan. So it can be maghugas or hugasin. Oh, very good. Mike said you don't change the mag to nag. You do. So I said maghugas ka. That is the command form. Maghugas ka. That's a command. If I wanted to say it in the present tense, naghuhugas ako, that means I am washing the dishes. Naghuhugas ako. I am washing the dishes. Chacha, maraming salamat for the gifts on TikTok. Maraming salamat. Thank you so much. Yes, exactly right. So it's one of those things where, depending on if it's actor focused or object focused, you change the conjugation of the verb. But again, remember, I don't want you to get too tripped up over the verb conjugations. What I want you to focus on, if you are new to this whole verb conjugation process, just focus on the root words. Okay, that is your goal for this lesson tonight. Just acquire all of these new vocab terms so that when you hear them in a conversation, you can recognize it, right? So if someone says, oh, naghuhugas siya ng plato. Naghuhugas siya ng plato. He or she is washing the dishes. Now, you can just pick up on that root word hugas, and you can say, oh, I know what that means. I know what that means. Someone is washing the dishes. Then from there, use context clues to figure out what else someone is saying. Okay, let's see what our next verb is. What is it? What is it? Let's see. Let's keep going with the chores. How would you say to do laundry? To do laundry. Red Mango said, oh, so funny. Red Mango on Instagram said, bet ko talaga yung Tagalog accent mo sosyal. Bet ko talaga yung Tagalog accent mo sosyal. Yes, absolutely. It absolutely is. So they said, my Tagalog, I would bet that your Tagalog accent sounds social or it sounds like frou-frou. And I get that a lot. I get that a lot. Like I have an American accent. It always slips out. So for everyone who is so concerned or embarrassed or worried about your accent, don't be worried because I have one and I'm fine. The best way to conquer your accent is to speak slowly. Because when I'm speaking to my family in the Philippines, I really try to speak slowly kasi gusto kong sabihin ng tama because I want to say it correctly. Kapag nagsasalita ako ng mabagal, nasasabi ko ng tama. Pero kapag pero kapag sinasabi ko ng masyadong mabilis, lumalabas yung accent ko. So I just said when I speak slowly, I am able to say it correctly and I'm able to hide my accent a little bit better. When I'm speaking it really quickly, my accent comes out because number one, I'm nervous. Number two, it just comes out so quickly. Yes, exactly right. To do laundry is maglaba. Maglaba. Oh, yes. Waffle on TikTok said, I speak too much Taglish. I speak too much Taglish. So there are some people are out there who are Tagalog purists. They only want you to speak in pure Tagalog. You know how many people only speak in pure Tagalog? Not very many. There are plenty in the Philippines, of course, but like newer generations, even in the Philippines, they use a lot of English in their conversations. There's some Filipinos who live in the Philippines who don't even know a lot of Tagalog because they speak English at school and in their homes. Those who speak like pure Tagalog, I think, are like the elderly, those like in the Senate. Has anyone been watching the Senate conversations in the Philippines? We could talk about that for hours. It's so interesting. Oh my gosh. But yes, I love it though. I love listening to people speak pure Tagalog. Marian Rivera, the actress Marian Rivera, who's married to Ding Dong Dantes, she is known for speaking like eloquently in Tagalog only because she herself has said she's not very confident in her English skills. So if you want to listen to someone only speak in Tagalog, watch an interview with Marian Rivera. But yes, anyway, let's keep going. Maglaba is to do laundry. If you want to say that you are doing laundry, it would be naglalaba ako. Naglalaba ako. What are you doing? Naglalaba ako. Maybe next time your husband or your wife texts you in the middle of the day, they're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" You text back, you say, "Naglalaba ako." Naglalaba ako. They'll be like, "Oh, really? Awesome. I'll help you fold later." Right? Chloe said, dumb for people to hate on you for that. If you speak Tagalog without an accent, they'd make fun of you too much. Yeah. Very good. David Jr. said, everyone learns differently, so Taglish is okay. You know me. I've been teaching you guys for almost 4 years now, and I always encourage you to use Taglish if you don't know a word in Tagalog. So if you wanted to say, I'm hungry, you could say, hungry ako. I'm hungry, hungry ako. Later, go back and figure out what hungry is in Tagalog. It would be gutom ako. So use Taglish as a stepping stone and then later go back and figure out what that word is so you can say the whole phrase in Tagalog. Okay. How do you say to get changed or to get dressed? To change your clothes or to get dressed? Maraming salamat, Chacha. Yes. This is a side note. Andy asked, bakit? I think you're trying to ask. So you asked a couple of different things here. How would you say, why are you laughing in Tagalog? That would be, bakit ka tumatawa? Why are you laughing? Bakit ka tumatawa? But if you wanted to ask, what is so funny? it would be, anong nakakatawa? Anong nakakatawa? What is so funny? Okay? So to get change is, yes, magbihis. Magbihis. So for example, in the morning, if I were to go into my children's room and I'd say, "Hey, we got to get ready for school. Magbihis ka. Magbihis ka." Go get changed. Magbihis ka. That's the command form. If you want to say that you are changing, it would be, nagbibihis ako. Hey, Pat, what are you doing? Nagbibihis ako. Do you see that pattern again? Nagbibihis ako. Nagbibihis ako. In the past tense, nagbihis ako. Nagbihis ako. In the future tense, magbibihis ako. Oh no, my clothes got dirty. Magbibihis ako. I will change my clothes. Okay, just a couple more. Ooh, this is a good one. How would you say to cook in Tagalog? To cook in Tagalog. Muskrum on Instagram said, parang nasa photo booth ka. Parang nasa photo booth ka. It looks like you're in a photo booth. I know, right? Like my backdrop. These are just 4 curtains side by side that I have scrunched up together. Behind the curtains are some soundproof panels, and I'm actually in my closet. I took out all of my husband's clothes and I turned it into my little working studio because number one, the sound is a lot better. Number two, it gives me a chance to hide away from my family. So yes, this is the setup that I have. Yes, exactly right. Yes. Okay. So magluto is to cook. Magluto is to cook. Someone asked here, ako means I. Ka means you. So if you want to say, nagluluto ako, I am cooking, nagluluto ako. But if you want to just say, like, you are cooking, it would be, nagluluto ka. You are cooking. Nagluluto ka. Nagluluto ako, nagluluto ka. As a question, someone might ask, anong niluluto mo? Anong niluluto mo? What are you cooking? Ano ang niluluto mo? So you might be wondering, why is the conjugation niluluto when it's a question? That's because that question is object focused. It's focused on the item being cooked versus it's not focused on what my action is of cooking. Ah, Red Mango said, "Pat, kahawig mo si Janine Tugonon." I don't know what she looks like. Parang Miss Universe lang ang ganda. Wow, sus. Nakakahiya naman. Binola mo pa ako. Maraming salamat. Oh, yes. Flip said very confusing. It is. It is confusing, like the whole actor focused or object focused. But again, I just want you to focus on the root word right now. So if you hear someone say, anong niluluto mo? Then I want you to recognize luto as cook, mo means you. So they're probably asking, what are you cooking? And then you can answer them, nagluluto ako ng adobo. Nagluluto ako ng sinigang. And so on and so forth. Okay, last one, and then we'll just wrap it up by answering any last questions that you have. How do you say to clean in Tagalog? To clean in Tagalog. Yes, Saskia on YouTube. So in the present progressive tense, mag verbs become na, and the first syllable of the root is repeated. Usually the prefix is nag, but I guess, yes, depending on what tense you want it to be, it would be mag. Like future tense, it's mag luluto ako. In the present tense, it's nag luluto ako. But yes, if you have an example, you can type it out. Like, how would you say so and so? And then I'll translate it for you. Yes, exactly right. You guys got it. Patrick said, where do you get your translate cards? So these are the Tagalog time verb flashcards. You can buy them. It's the digital download on my Stan store. You can actually get it 50% off tonight if you type in the discount code ADOBO, lowercase adobo. And when you get it as everything is on one page. There are like multiple pages, but they will be on one page. You are then welcome to cut them and kind of like laminate or put them back to back, or you can keep it just on one page like this, keep it in a binder or a folder. As you study, you can like unfold and so on and so forth. The Tagalog Time 100 verb flashcards. Oh, Robert said, I got it. Thank you so much for the discount. Go get it. Go get it. Yes, Chacha said 50% off today only for the next 24 hours. So to clean is maglinis. Maglinis. Pat, anong ginagawa mo? Naglilinis ako. Pat, anong ginagawa mo? What are you doing? Anong ginagawa mo? Naglilinis ako. I am cleaning. Naglilinis ako. Okay? And then in the past tense, naglinis ako. In the future tense, maglilinis ako. Maglilinis ako. Oh, a couple good questions here on YouTube. How would you say something is interesting in Tagalog? Let's see. So, like, I'm thinking about like if someone says something and you're just like, oh, interesting, interesting. I would say, help me out. What would you say in the comments? How would you say interesting? I would say it doesn't exactly translate to interesting, but I would say, oh, galing, galing. That's good. That's like that's almost like how I would say that's interesting. Galing. Oh, Red Mango said, nakakabighani. That is very deep Tagalog. Nakakabighani. You could say that if you want to. Nakakabighani. Oh, yes. Dagda said, interesado ako. That means, literally means I'm interested. Interesado ako. But if you just wanted to say like, "Oh, interesting," I would say like, "Ah, talaga? Ah, galing," or something like that. Nakakaengganyo ka naman. You could also say that too, I guess. Nakakaengganyo ka naman. Anong walis tingting, Ate Pat? Major Horn said. So, a walis is a broom. Walis tingting is the broom with the hard, long bristles. So there are two different types of walis in the Philippines, walis tingting and walis tambo. Walis tingting has the long, like, sticks as the bristles. That one is used outside to clean leaves or dirt from like the driveway or the sidewalk. That's a walis tingting. Then there's a walis tambo. That one is a broom with a handle, and the bristles are long and flimsy. So that's the walis tambo. It's usually used inside. Okay? Yes, very good. Sunshine said, how would you say to pray in Tagalog? Like if you wanted to say, I am praying for you. Oh, so to pray in Tagalog is magdasal. Magdasal. That's how pray. Magdasal. But if you wanted to say like, I am praying for you, ipinagdadasal kita. Ipinagdadasal kita. Ipinag means I am doing something for you. Ipinagdadasal kita. Kita means I'm doing something to you. So ipinagdadasal kita means it's like I am having these prayers done for you. Oh yeah, idadasalan kita. Like that's I almost see that as like a pray over. Idadasalan kita. Oh yes, Muskram said, nagdadasal ako para sa'yo. Red Mango said, ipagdarasal kita. There are different ways to say it. Yes, ipagdarasal kita. Nagdadasal ako para sa'yo. Yes, exactly right. All right, does anyone have any last minute questions? Yes, Cha-Cha, I am. Any last minute questions before we leave? Again, all of my digital downloads are 50% off on my stand store. Go run and get these flashcards. There's 100 of them. We only went through like 15 or so. But yes, go ahead and get it. 50% off if you use the discount code adobo, all lowercase. Uh, Someone said my coworkers call me bading. I think you're supposed to add a G at the end, bading. Do you know what bading means? Bading means like gay. I hope you don't take offense to that. But yes, that's what that means. Oh yes, Regina, maraming salamat. Said I literally just bought them and printed everything. Yay! I'm so happy for you. Oh, okay. AJ said, Salamat po. I'm trying to learn through your videos and SB19 songs. Oh, Pinoy Pop. Okay, I know who they are now. I thought they were a K-pop group. Shows how much I know. But yes, I think I know who you are. Wait, yes, I've heard them before. So I have this I feel like I'm the only one who still listens to Pandora because I had a Pandora account in college and all of my channels are very uh like what is the word, customized to the songs I like, so I can't let go of my Pandora accounts or account and my Pandora channels. But anyway, I have this one Pandora channel that is Glock 9 and I have and Sarah Geronimo and some of the songs are from SB19. Yeah. Oh yes, David Jr. said, if you don't want flashcards, then buy Pat a coffee. Maraming salamat. But if you buy the flashcards, then you get the flashcards. Yes. Oh, maraming salamat. I see your videos and I learned Tagalog. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat for watching. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Saskia said, how do you say sleep well? Have a good night. So if you want to say like good night, or good evening, it's actually like magandang gabi, but that's actually more like a greeting, like, oh, magandang gabi, good evening. If you want to say like sleep well, how would you say sleep well? Write it in the comments. I feel like people would say, see, it's not a very common thing to say. Like you could literally say like, sana maayos ang tulog mo. I hope your sleep is good. Sana maayos ang tulog mo. Or what is something how do you say good night? Like if you're about to sleep, I feel like you would just say good night, right? That's what I've heard. Write it in the comments. Like what is your like nighttime greeting? Oh, yes, Major Horn said, "I still use Pandora Music as well." Yeah, like, I had a Spotify for a little while, but again, my Pandora is so customized because I like all my songs that I like, so it's been really, really, like, customized. Yes, Red Mango said, "Matulog ka ng mahimbing." I was thinking about that. Matulog ka ng mahimbing. Matulog ka ng mahimbing. Mahimbing is, like, comfortable or, like, uh, deep, like a nice, comfortable, deep sleep. Yes. Alrighty. Oh, okay. Fop says, "How would you say see you in the morning?" See you in the morning, it would be, "Magkita tayo sa umaga." We'll see each other in the morning. Magkita tayo sa umaga. Okay? Nate Skate said, "Ate, do you do online classes?" I used to. I haven't in a while. Should I bring them out again? But I have this tutoring company, Filipino Tutors LLC, and I have some really, really great tutors on there. They teach Tagalog, Bisaya. If anyone wants to learn Bisaya, Eman is such a good Bisaya teacher. Trust me, sign up on Filipino Tutors, myfilipinotutors.com, myfilipinotutors.com. You can sign up for a one-on-one Tagalog tutor or Bisaya tutor or Bicolano, which I should take because my family speaks Bicolano, like my distant family. Also, we have tutors in grade school subjects. So, like, if you have a child who needs help with math or reading or science or essays for your college resume, for college applications, we have tutors for that. Again, so myfilipinotutors.com. There's also a discount code if you do a group. So, like, if two people sign up for a Tagalog tutor or three people, you get discounts for each person. myfilipinotutors.com. It's so fun over there. Yes. Let's see. Oh, Nate Skate said, yes, please do the classes again. Trey said, do you also teach Ilocano? I don't, and I'm still looking for an Ilocano tutor to join our Filipino tutors team because there's so many people wanting to learn Ilocano all the time. Yes, yes. Cess said, "You have one-on-one tutors for Tagalog and Bicol?" Yes, absolutely. myfilipinotutors.com, we have a tutor for Tagalog. We have a couple tutors for Tagalog. We have one tutor who teaches Bicolano and another tutor, Eman, who teaches Bisaya. Sign up, sign up, sign up. And the packages come in 5 classes at a time or 10 classes at a time, or like tutoring sessions. So do it, do it. Our tutors are so knowledgeable. A lot of them have, all of them have education backgrounds, and I did that on purpose. I chose tutors who are teachers because it's one thing to know a language, and it's another thing to teach a language. Like, I'm sure you've encountered this. Maybe if your parents know Tagalog and you're like, just teach me. They're like, I don't they don't know how to teach it well. Like, if you ask them, "Why do you say it like this?" They would say, "That's just how it is. That's how you say it. I don't know. That's just how we're supposed to say it," right? So all of the tutors on the myfilipinotutors.com, all of our tutors are educators, and they have experience with kids and adults, and it's all online, so the schedules are very flexible. So go sign up for your tutor. Go do it. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, Patrick said, "What is the difference between Tagalog and Bicolano?" So Tagalog is the language. Some people say it's a dialect, depending on what you want to call it. Tagalog is the language that's spoken in Luzon, so like Manila and that area. Also spoken throughout the Philippines, but mostly up there. And then Bicolano is spoken in the Bicol province. So that's also in the southern Luzon area. Now, Bisaya is spoken in southern Philippines. That is where my husband's family is from. and it's a completely different language. When they are speaking Bisaya, I don't understand. I don't understand any of it. Well, I'm understanding a little bit now, gamay lang, because I'm around it so much. But yes, we have lots of knowledgeable tutors over there. I do wanna encourage you, like, for the kids, if anyone needs tutors for your kids, check out myfilipinotutors.com because we have tutors for math. Jay is so, so good. Like, he's he's as he knows statistics, he took, math courses, he's a math major from UC Berkeley. So, anything, any kind of tutoring you need, check it out. We might be able to help you there. Okay, guys, I will catch you guys next time. I hope you have a good rest of the night, and I will see you when I see you. Maraming salamat. Paalam.